to Yumpy now because I've heard Finnish people say Jampy for some reason, but anyways, I've definitely heard. We're gonna go with Yumpy. I mean, Yumpy is yummier, right? So that's good. We'll go with Yumpy.
You really got to put Gusto on it. You really got to Yumpy around. And blame me. You good?
Yumping for you.
Flamey's gonna get a little chance to double back and check the tunnels. Just make sure that nobody's on the back line. Smoke double flash, and Ence decide to make the first move here. Alu, nice crisp headshot versus Electronic, tries to catch the player jumping onto the box, and his teammate, Sunny, comes a swinging. They're looking to combine here, but Alu just can't get that third frag. Good thing Yampy comes in, yumps onto the box, and, well, 3v2 ensues. Boomich wants his damn bomb. The counter-terrorists have cut it off, so he's going to have to go fight for it. He flashes himself and them, but that's not going to work out too well. Alu coming in with the slick 4-piece pistol. Ence starting CT side strong.
Individually, the most consistent player on the team, Mr. Alu. And yeah, doing it on the rifles, on the pistols, on the op rounds. Very nice hold here on the cat. There was no getting through this man, especially when he got some help from the flash of Boomich, who blinded himself.
Oops.
It happens. It really does. It really do be like that sometimes.
Sometimes it be like it is, but it don't. And other times, it do.
Still do.
Let's see if the Deagles get it done. 3 of them trickled around Navi. Who gets to play the Deagle? Who are the poor suckers stuck on Glocks? Perfecto and Boomich? Okay, I can kind of see it.
It's kind of okay, yeah.
Yep.
But like almost all of them can hit a main Deag, so I think as long as Simple's got it, then they're in an okay spot. They don't have very inspired eco rounds, but they're so good with Deagles, you can't really blame them.
Yeah, some teams have to use elaborate eco setups,
utility, boring stuff like that. They can use Deagles. Yeah.
Well, a frag grenade could dunk down onto a couple of these T's. Ooh, yeah. Nice little spray down there from Sunny. Gets the second headshot. I'm liking the A1S usage out of Ence, but Flaming does connect one of his Deagle shots. He is then, of course, found out to be hunting from long. He's dropped out of the round. Simple comes up empty-handed. Ence 2-0.
When are we switching over, man? Because it's been nothing but silenced M4 highlights, all masters long. Seriously, they're making this gun look incredible. They're making it look incredible, Connor. It's got some of the. I think compared to the M4A4, it's got like some pretty really incredible. Nice really nice skins.
You are correct.
Yeah,
in that.
Okay. Oh, he's got one hand over face. There's a chance. That's a good kill.
Ooh,
second one. Can't trade. Yumpy looks for the guy in the back, and it's Simple, who's very low now. He's definitely killable. Yeah.
Flamey one and done. Sunny trades, but this has been the trade train all day long at long. Look at the radar. Look at the deaths on the radar. Can you tell me where you think the fight happened?
The CTs, it looked like they tried to take long control.
Show me where he shot you. Look at this pile of corpses. How scary is it for Sergey to walk in here? He gets another one. 9 deaths across the map, all of which happen on long.
And sometimes that's how the story goes on Dust 2. It can be a gamble from the T side to go for long control, and for the CTs to try to deny it sometimes. And we don't even see a smoke on the long corner. We're not seeing too much utility usage back and forth, which is kind of surprising. It invites Ence in to try to fight, which I guess is, what Navi wanted more than anything else.
Ooh,
or the
very nice.
Get an end there. Yeah. It really sucks for the CTs. We see the scurried rotations here from the B to pick up for the fact that it could be B now. But all the while, Yumpy was working on top mid, which is such a boon to the CT side. They get the 1 kill, they get the information, and this forces Navi to go back and try to reclaim some of this lost ground, which means fighting in spawn, which is never that fun.
No, Yappy's going to get himself a second in the round, really screwing with the back line of Navi here. If they decide to just trudge through the smoke grenade, well, it may go from bad to worse. Alu tucked into the Humvee, loses his teammate, but has the trigger discipline long enough to execute perfecto. However, there is still Simple tucked back behind the car. Now, Alu knows there's a chance that this happened, but at the same time, he extends, and that's going to cut down Flamey. They know. You can see in his positioning, he is far more worried about Carr than anything else. He calls out Simple's position, not that he can do anything about it. 40 seconds left, 1 versus 3. From arguably the best player in the world, but Ariel extends, and you saw that speed of the drive-by UMP, unexpected by Simple.
Mr. Alu catching some great timing. This is the round 1 4v5 as well, with Sergey getting spammed down. And no retribution from that part of the map, but it was Yumpy to push top mid to get the kill outside long, which was an important name tag that forced Navi into an awkward spot. Okay, I didn't even note it. Holy smokes. Of course Simple gets that kill. That's yeah, wow. Oh, that's from the I'm like, I'm so confused. Yeah, it's another CG side dead.
Oops.
And yeah, slight missed smoke. Sergey is going to be like, yeah, it was on purpose so that I could see to tunnels. I love taking this fight.
Guys, I got a new Humvee smoke. You just you bounce it off the wall right here. It's like when you want to smoke tunnels, but you just do it wrong. Oh
I
well.
think it was one of those view model lineups.
Won't come back to bite him too badly because Catwalk's under control. Simple. The only frag so far this round for the T side. Flamey's gonna get picked up over him, and Simple's still trying to survive here. He's getting shot at from all directions, all elevations. And they pull their train into the station. 4 rounds for them. Here's the start of it. Just the old clip straight through the door. One more time, please. Oh,
So
it's okay.
brutal.
Got it twice.
Yeah. You know, he's aiming for that cross at that specific elevation. It sucks. There's a number of ways you can die. It's all going to come down to how Simple reads it, and he upgrades his gun. Doesn't hit the shot on the player crossing. Still looking towards mid. Eyes all the way down to help his teammates make sure that no one's pushed into lower. To make sure that he is good to move down himself. The CTs don't look like they want to fight here. Again, they won the last 2 rounds 4v5. They don't want to have to do that a 3rd time in a row. Sunny up close front box. Long control being held for the Ence. Committing quite hard to it. Rotations are going to be somewhat laborious to get back to the A site, whether or not they push through long or they come and just play on the ramp with Alu. But once they've identified no threat here, Alu can start to take pot shots on the players crossing, and it'll be a game of dodging flashes while still trying to have impact. Some operators better at this game than others.
Eyes over the smoke for Simple. He dares Sergey to go for this peek, but he's just flirting with the corner of the wall. Another follow-up piece of utility here. Still tons of flashbangs for Ence left over. Double Molotov as well. And it looks like they're going to go for the boost. Yep, trying to catch up Catwalk. Simple seems aware of the possibility, but oh, good thing he can trade that. It's actually Sunny to find the head of Electronic before he falls down. Now we do have Sergey doubling back to the B bomb site, as this could have been the trigger for the B split. 20 seconds left over. They know that Catwalk's compromised, so the CTs have to stay split, and they're just gonna look to lock this down. Yampy gets over towards the car, losing his teammate in Flamey, who extends and gets the second too. Boomage just holding out towards middle, and as long as Alu can't stop the bomb, which seems an impossible task, this one belongs to Navi.
I think they may have misread it, actually, because I think once they got the kill at the trade here, they might have assumed that the second player rotated over right side doors into CG spawn. So, you know, split towards B versus 2 players wouldn't have been quite as nice as going towards A, but they obviously were factoring Alu's presence as well. So maybe they were aware, but it seemed like Ence were in not a bad spot to try to hold on to that. They lose around 4-4 with the immediate trade, yeah. Did it go unnoticed?
Seems so.
Yeah, it looks like no one was spotting down.
And because he got into position, they're going to go ahead and try pushing up the tunnels. 2 kills in for Navi. Sergey with 1. And in the mix there, we do have Sergey getting past that first player. So he's able to fall back into the bomb site. It costs them 2 bodies. So Ence at the man disadvantage, but that's also one of those plays that could have gone horribly wrong, and they could have already lost it all.
Yeah, Ence doing pretty good on information, but this is also a nice rotation here in the mid round from Navi. Moving over towards B, it's kind of the least scary choke point. Flash over to peek to top mid, but not seeing a body. And now this rotation becomes kind of a negative, but Csgo, he's going to hold this all alone.
Gives up the bomb site, lets them cross over. Aerial, a fight at top mid versus Simple, who's down to 45. Picks it up with the ump. Csgo, great damage on the cross there. Doing so much to Flamey, but also chipping away at Boomich, whose hands were busy with bomb. He gets that in. They're wary of the window peek, and you know that Boomich has to be thinking about it because he's so exposed to the tunnel for the moment. However, a little bit of disjointedness. Aerial comes in first, almost giving himself up. Flamey has nothing to do but hide, and Aerial doesn't even give him a damn chance. That's a 7th frag for Aerial, a 5th round for Ence, and they did that with one player even on the Deeg. And I think that comes down to just the proactive CT side that we're seeing from Ence. You know, even with a limitation, they make the first move. And they commonly did that on Train as well. So 5-2 the score.
At a minimum, you could say they gave enough information to Csgo to be confident enough to take the fight, knowing it was probably going to come his way since they had Long and Cat pushed completely. Plus, the fast Cat rotation does help out as well. And the long flank ends up netting them what's supposed to be, simple catching free lurk kills down mid because they weren't expecting that. So yeah, as you pointed out, yeah, they were doing a lot positionally to make up for the fact that they were down in rifles. Alu, great opening kill. Bit of skeet shooting from him. He'll move back to Car. They got the double cat setup so he can really play for himself here.
Even while he falls off, still making moves elsewhere. You know, kind of like waves. Losing Long, moving
Pushing
their momentum
right
into the catwalk instead.
Yeah.
Trying to find a weakness here, trying to find a single hold, and they could, with Electronic being down in the depths of the tunnels. He's playing around the corner as well, and Sunny definitely looking to hone in on this. Smoke grenade gets thrown from Long towards bottom of mid, lands on the Xbox. Electronic's gonna sit within it. He could very well pop up and just best Aerial here. Aerial, get back. He's cut off by the Molotov. This is so proactive. They go ahead and throw Yampy down through the tunnels as well. He has a teammate by his side. Electronic activates from inside of the smoke, and Yampy catches his head just through it. Bomb gonna be skewered, pinched between two, yet Boomich still able to move his feet forward. Just one player left on the site. He's, axe between the eyes, and Sunny dies, leaving the bomb plant to go down for Long. CT's coming in from both Cat and Spawn. Perfecto sees the jump. Can't do anything about it just yet. Boomich dueling towards Cat. That is a bit of success, but Yampy's in for the 1 versus 1, and it's low HP on both these players. A smoke to give vision for Boomich, and now he's got the advantage because Yampy's gonna peek right in, his legs exposed, and could very well just die to a single shot. Boomich, patience could pay off, but
no way he wins that.
God.
No, that's actually so smart.
I need to see if he had vision. If he crouched underneath the smoke and just saw enough, or was that a straight up pre-fire?
No, it had to be a pre-fire. You have that fight dead to rights with that smoke down. That's basically just a one-way. You're seeing feet first. The only thing that Yumpy does is wait long enough that Boomich is going to take the most favorable angle possible. It's just like insane by him. He might have just shoulder peeked just to be clear of what could be in the area, but I mean, it would be doubtful if he saw anything properly. That was so sick, man, for such low HP as well. And in general, an incredible round by him to get the 3 kills. The final round of Train saw Yampy's 2nd ace on the map ever. Wow, and what fashion to do it, to win the map, to do it with the op, and to have a no-scope to top it all off. I mean, the whole round from Ence was beautiful, right? Like the way that they worked off Alu to allow him to watch long. He got the opening kill in the fashion they wanted. They were so active on all parts of the map in upper tunnels in that late round, but also on Cat, knowing and believing that there was going to be a kill there, even though Boomich was as patient as possible. At every step of the way, Ence were calling them out.
And a lot of the time, it was Yampy. Think about the way he kills Electronic just over the Cat ledge. The way he wins the 1v1. He deals with the perfecto play. Oh, it's too much to handle. You know, I would have made a big gamble on Yampy not being able to win that clutch, and yet that's the world we live in. And Ence show no sign of slowing. Just coming into this one versus the upgraded pistols of Navi, tearing them apart. They tried desperately to get that bomb onto the B site. If Ence can do this with 5 survivors, their money's going to be so good for it, because even though they won that last round thanks to Yampy, it had economic costs. And then boom, the bank accounts start stacking up with 5 survivers in that one. This is a momentous CT side for Ence to run away with.
They definitely look on great form. Now, just for me, is it? Now we're saying Yampy. Is it Yumpy or Yampy?
It's Yampy. To me,
it's
Yampy.
Okay.
Like it would be Jampy, but we're the J is a Y.
Okay, because I heard it was supposed to be like yummy, like yumpy, but maybe it's okay.
Maybe that's just when he aces.
Tough. Yeah, maybe when he aces. Okay. Wow, another 2 opening kills. Initially on the long control. This time it's not Alu that has to take part. It's Ariel and Sunny. They shut it down. No trades in sight. I mean, this is where the end can begin and end. And we know it can still be worth the gamble on the T side, but when it goes this way and you're down 7-2, you're really just you just got to walk it off, reset the situation, search out some other openings. I will say it's one of the easier maps when you're down in material to be able to claw your way back in off of individual plays. That is some of the luster and appeal of Dust 2. But Ence are no slouches individually right now, so don't know where the exploitable weakness is. Maybe it is mid.
Dude, if you just, I mean, look, yeah, I don't want to get too big picture here, but remember that, like, as young as Navi are, right? This is a team that we talk about. Imagine their potential with players of this age. Yampy and Sergey are both still 18 years old.
Wow.
Like Ence, outside of Alu, not the oldest roster either. So much room for growth. Such great signs early on. Simple, he's going to eat the flashbang. Unable to pick a player off of the B bomb site, but Ence are able to cut down another number from Navi. Flamey through the windowsill sees nothing. And it looks like he's going to try to fall back with Simple, but he gets caught by Sunny. 7 seconds left. The saving of an op seems like all they can do. This is an 8-2 lead for Ence. Massive plays being made here on their CT side.
And I do like when Ence are pushing for map control, they can push another extremity and have it connected to their initial push to make sure that they're covering each other, even if it's in this like clamped on pre-fire. And that's an incredible adjustment from Sunny to do, especially almost full flashed like that. I mean, that's an instant headshot towards the blue box cross. It was a good flash out from Navi, a very fair attempt at long. But to all their teammates outside long, it probably didn't look great. Easy 5 Alu. Alu has won 1v5 in his career on Dust 2 against Navi. I can't recall the actual round. Could someone tweet me the clip? Do you remember what the 1v5 is on Dust 2?
No.
It's not crossing my mind for some reason. It's not a very big mind, but it is hard to cross.
And it's it's also a lot of Counter-Strike.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, and I'm not very organized.
It's somewhere in there. Check the filing cabinet.
Yeah, it's a bad combination.
All right, look, what do we got? We got Simple with his AWP, saved from the previous round. We've got Deagles and quite a bit of utility across the board here for Navi. Now, they did win a round just like this when Simple was able to hang on to an op on train. Let's hope for Navi's sake that he can pull one out of the hat here.
Same state of affairs for Ence. They've got nothing to prove at this point. They've won all kinds of rounds. It's Navi who are terribly afraid of them from a conditioning perspective. You know, they get diminishing returns from being overly aggressive at this point.
Oh,
since
my.
Navi are going to be absolutely petrified. Yeah, we got ones in the chat for Boomich here.
A grenade that leaves him on 1 HP.
Yeah.
Look how red he is.
So red, yeah. It's been out in the sun too much. He is mentally limping up cat.
He might already be dead.
Yeah, I think
He just
emotionally.
doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, he's dead emotionally.
Stay away
2-8
from the
on a
Molotov.
Glock, on 1 HP on a flash.
His sole purpose should be to throw that flashbang at this point.
Yeah.
They're going to start using some of their utilities here on Cat. Another smoke plumes. Sunny looms near as he tucks into Goose. He's got that op to hold cross in Alu. Boomich does what he can. Didn't have high expectations for the poor man, but here comes Simple, able to respond. Starting to chew the numbers off of this site, but okay. It's the Deagles, not the op, that apparently we had to fear, because somehow we've got both Flamey and Perfecto picking him up, a secondary op retrieved, and Ence called a save.
And this is, of course, why Navi buy Deagles, where everybody else will buy some utility and mix it up with the P250s and so on. This is 4 recovered guns. They have the 2 ops. They have the. It's beautiful how much they get off of this.
And I have to think to myself, this is one of the rounds where we saw Ence be the least proactive. They most certainly let Navi come into that A site.
Well, they have every right to. It's an eco round, maybe they would have it would have been worth. It's just that the thing is, right, with the Deagles, if you have the opening kill or the opening shot, you nail that shot, then there's not so much that can be done. I mean, unless you get all your damage in by utility, which you can't say they didn't do a good job on utility. They had Boomich down to 1 HP. They had nades on the cross. They had obviously a couple of flashes come in, but you just got to win the duels. And of course, with aim as good as Navi across all of your players, you're going to win some Deagle rounds like that. But not everybody can do that. I mean, it's quite an expensive version of an eco round as well, especially if you think, some people only buy a P250 or some people only buy half a nade kit. They're not spending on average as much as 5 Deagles.
Oh my goodness. Simple just got outbrained. Yampy was so patient waiting for the walk down ramp, and then he peeks into suicide, expecting Simple to be on top of that box. Just railguns him. And Ence right back at it. Alu, he's going to be flustered off with the cat push because of the Molotovs. Throws a couple flashbangs of his own. No, he's going to save one. Ence have been pretty good at tempering their utility usage. I'm a big fan of that. A lot of the times we see nades just dump for the sake of using them. But Alu hangs on, and he's going to get a T to walk into him. A couple, in fact. Misses the slight readjustment. This gives a chance for Electronic to take down another head. He actually decides to dodge that fight, but walks right into Aerial. Wallbang silent headshot. That's as good as it gets. Aerial with another one before Boomich responds back. Sergey killing him and leaving Flamey in the clutch. He is able to get that AK instead. A little smoke on the bomb site. That's going to cover his plant. Sergey walks up on this, and Flamey's already prepared to try and clutch, but Sergey off of the box takes Ence onto the 9th. A 6-round lead with 3 to go.
A round that might be easily lost if Alu dies and they allow that much space to be created, but you see Aerial get this critical frag on the player crossing into default. It's not only a visually pleasing and very impressive kill mechanically, but it's the one that denies and scares Navi into trying to grab more space, and then they end up fighting into CT spawn, and it makes up a lot for the fact that Alu dies there without a kill. And that's a trade not in favor of the CTs here. This is big. They get mid open right away. The ops down on the CT side. The instant adjustment here from the CTs as they try to recollect some information. The rotation over towards B this time. And this is shaken up because Navi now know that they have 2 have replaced in B, so there's maximum 2 on the right side. They've had eyes down mid this whole round, and once again, their mid player has been taken out. So this could be huge if Navi try to take up Cat quickly. This is the player they're not sure about, though, because they're assuming that Alu might still be at A. Oh, chance.
Missing the op shot. Big chance. Would have been the 4 versus 3. Could have given up the A site as long as Aerial continues to lock down long. But it looks like Ence actually want to fight for this. Going to contest the cat control. Alu eating flashbangs. He's still ready and waiting. So, yeah, they don't do enough to actually disrupt him from this position. He's just going to keep his eyes on it. All the while, the push into mid is good from Sergey. He's going to cut down Flamey. Now, all of a sudden, we've got Perfecto and Simple just pinned into this position. They're desperate to find a way out. Simple takes to the skies and blows Aerial away. In with another one. Simple's got a teammate in Perfecto to give cover. This is the 2 versus 4. Turn to the 1v1. Simple sticks the landing, and Navi find their 4th.
It's the patience at the end of the day, and the 4K round by Simple, including this opening kill down mid. Now, another round 1 off of amazing individual efforts, but man, I want to say that Navi were a step behind, even though they had so much. They had considerable information after that opening mid kill. They held on to it. They even picked the correct choke point, but they were slow to get up. They had bad flashes on Alu to cross Cat, and they didn't commit hard enough, and then ended up almost losing before the bomb went down. Am I being too harsh?
No, I think you're spot on. See if Yumpy can do anything. First op shot connects. He is the biggest weapon swinging for Ence in this 14th round. And they most certainly want those double digits here on the CT side. Aerial flash into the corner of Cat, decides to peek past because there's a helping hand from a teammate. But Yumpy's flash not quite hitting the mark. Now, 4 versus 3. Navi favored, back in with Cat control, and they've liked this. They've used it to add a couple rounds to the board. Why not try it again?
Well, Yumpy's happy to see that they're actually coming towards him. Mid's locked down for him to take these open duels. So can he win them is the question. Nop's not up first. No leg shot in. Won't have many other opportunities. Perfecto sidestepping back and forth is a dance that's a bit too dastardly for him to deal with, and that leaves Sergey alone. 1-on-4 situation, one of the shortest guns in the game, but one of the brightest minds to hold it. And he'll at the very least will have an AK for later if he wants to go grab it.
A 5th one for Navi, starting to piece together enough of a T side. That was going to be a big playmaker position from Yumpy if he was going to stop them on the A site, but a couple of missed shots. Not easy ones to hit either, kind of popping up and popping back down. Also close proximity as the T's did waste no time getting close to him. Sergey decides maybe he wants that AK, but he hears Boomich come downward, so it's delivered to him. Doesn't even have to go to work. Just lands on his doorstep.
Hey, sometimes we're working from home these days, so yeah, he's doing just fine, just putting in as much effort as he needs to do. They wanted that kill just to, I don't know, really ruin the economy of Ence. They would have had to, yeah, even last year, but one MP9 and 1 rifle, but now they've got 2 rifles and a UMP on Aerial. I want to say decent guns as we move into the last round of the half. Honestly, Ence have been playing quite well. Ence struggling to find 5, or sorry, not struggling to find 5, although they get there. And now have a good chance to grab 6, but are absolutely not out of it. There's just a deagle in the back of B. Ence's worst nightmare is that this gets called out. But there hasn't been a full-on B play since the beginning of the half.
Ooh. Little Cat boost to keep eyes down tunnels. Feel like Yumpy calls out the fact that they're near here. He had an inkling with that deagle up towards tunnels, but they have to fall off of it. Electronic does a good job of dodging. They don't entirely retreat, however. Aerial's actually going to stick around with the ump. This did enable Alu to double back, just smokes off long doors. Aerial ready to hold, but only good for the 1. Can Alu go any better? He is tucked into the goose. They make a lot of noise on their rotation. Sunny sprinting over. He has a Molotov, and if that Molotov lands at, say, the 30-second mark, then we're going to have Navi in a real pinch trying to force the issue over. And that's exactly what happens. Now, this is going to enable Ence to maybe come in from the backside, too. Navi having to extinguish the flames and run through regardless. 20 seconds left over and a couple of landmines on the bomb site. They're even using their flashbangs to try and go for these peaks. Sunny able to connect the headshot versus Electronic. 10 seconds left and a deed from downtown. Double digits for Ence at the end of the 15th round. Please join us after the break for the second half of Dust 2. a dastardly deagle from downtown. Sunny. Ooh, look at that. 4 frags filling the kill feed there for Ence at the end of the first half. Now very clearly the favorites to win this match. They're 1 map up after Train. They're 5 rounds up after this first 15. And we find them switching over to the offensive Dust 2 to try and take the win. Ladies and gents, buckle in, because Navi are no slouches. Let's see what happens now that they have to hold.
Maybe Pimp was onto something all along. He's going to be insufferable on the desk after this.
Yeah, I can. You know what? I know that he's listening right now. Pimp, I know that stupid smile you have on your face. Okay, you were right this time, all right? But,
Oh, you called it then.
yeah. Oh, look, he's convinced me inadvertently. I'm not calling this one till it's done. I don't sleep on Navi. Yumpy, 99 health gone, but 1 seems to be enough. Oh, boy.
Yump on it. Yump on it.
2 kills with a single point of health. He could even get another one, because oh, never mind. Electronic. Slick little flick to clear him, and it's a 3 versus 3 back. Boomich, good for just the 1. I love that they push through here. Now they have the doors to try and give cover to themselves as CTs come out from tunnels, take the bomb site. They're going to go ahead and tap that bomb. Now there is no kit currently on them. Electronic hoping that somebody peeks into this. If not, how do they unroot these T's? Electronic now trying to commit to this. Sunny, he's able to just walk straight down as Simple had his hands full. Ence winning second pistol. Yampy like a Sith Lord back there. Hooded gets 2 kills with a single point of health.
Man. Oh, he just didn't even care. He didn't care at all. He was like, I got my P250 croc. I'm going to sit here and wait. That was, and there's a mix-up of protocols there. When they're splitting window and door, the first shot comes into the window, but doesn't stop the guy. He needed to fight that no matter what to allow the bomb to get stuck. There's no way for the door player to kill him first. Well, yeah, okay. They just throw Alu out into B to try to get some kills. I hope he only had like a Mac 10. Yeah, I think it looks like he had a Mac 10. So fair play. They go for the scout. They don't trade for information on other parts of the map just like right away. So this is a bit scary here for Ence.
It's pretty wild. Perfecto even got that kill. I mean, he had just finished building his gun.
Yeah, the Lego gun that
almost,
is easy.
Almost came back to bite him. He's gonna try to pin down behind the car. Oh, Flamey. Double deagle off of the door peak. That's gonna leave Yumpy to try and ace. And I just have a bit of a hunch. Oh, that maybe he pulls this one off. But Perfecto pops back up from behind the car. Remember me? Mac 10s him down. That's a 5-round lead still for Ence, but they do drop the ball after winning pistol. Definitely helps that this double deagle play comes in. And then remember, of course, it all started with Alu sprinting into the B site on his own, offering up the Mac 10 that got that final kill.
Definitely. It comes back to haunt them. A couple of very nice deagle kills there by Flamey, just after kind of the after image flash that comes out of mid. And of course, credit to Perfecto for stopping the initial rush into B to start things off. That's a joint effort. Another Eco 1 in this series. It's been a damning statistic for both teams. Less so for Ence, of course, being up a map and up by 5 rounds. But with the momentum trading hands, we'll see if Navi can at least keep this going and make it 2 in a row. We saw the Ecos go back and forth on train. What will be the difference maker? There's a couple of smokes here for Ence. And again, see how we have like more of a balanced eco round or force up where you have the deagles, but then you have a couple of P250s, some utility to work with. It's the full mid B.
Follow with the flash. Let's see if Flamey and Perfecto can survive the test here. Straight up 2 versus 5 on the B site. They're going to get pressured from both directions, able to lock it down perfectly. Oh, that is exactly how you want your ecos to go.
Yeah, very beautiful. They were taking the attention away from one fight, handing it over to the other player, switching to a different choke point, dealing all the damage themselves, denying any bomb plant, not needing rotations. allowing their players to come into this round with a lot more money. Of course, everything goes perfectly well there for Navi. Very nicely done. And that's versus, you know, an exec where Ence get as much map control as they want without taking damage.
Trying to get line of sight on these T's, but Flamey actually comes out without very much information. Now, worst case scenario is 5 of these terrorists just run at the A site, but even that should be managed by Navi. The old double run boost. Who wins? Hup and over. And, well, they don't get anything for it. CT is unable to actually stop that, oddly enough. Sergey, double Glock kill. Frag grenade goes deep. More damage being done versus Boomich, but the Galil isn't going to be enough to get this over the edge. Can Alu do the unthinkable? 2 more CTs to take. Flamey puts a real quick end to that one, but who knew 5 Glocks double run boost could be so successful?
Well, 5 Glocks double run boost makes up a hell of a lot of ground from that previous round where they weren't unable to get any kills. They get the bomb down here, 3 frags, majority deaths, and kind of make up ground for some of that economy they were unable to steal away from Navi on that B exec. Nice here from Alu to specifically to get that last kill. It was a labored spray both ways, but Alu was the one tapping. So being a bit more calm, a bit more patient as we know him to be. Alu looking for the cross pick. No one gives themselves up. Fast long control out for the T's. It'll be forfeited. They'll have to run back to the site. And it looks like you would assume cat control is going to get pressured now that this is free. As the CTs start to walk back up to it, they'll find Simple is right around the corner. And he gets a shot in, but doesn't get a kill.
Nate'll do the trick. Electronic actually taking it away from him. Killing.
Whoa, wait a
before
second.
The grenade
wait a second.
What? That's all long.
That's how you do a long split. Holy smokes. I can't believe those players ended up running up that fast. They saw that Simple took a shot, and there's a second player turning the corner. They wasted no time whatsoever. Man, the communication must have been sick this round. Perfecto now in a 1v3 to come up cat. But how's he gonna win this? Best he can do is pick up Simple's op if it's even still there.
I'm gonna need a replay on that one. Not gonna lie. I looked away. I missed it all. Wild timing by Ence.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love having a split go that way, because that pressure that would have failed and then would have been a reset with long control, which would have been more of a stalemate, turns into Ence just pushing both at the same time, calling out the fact that Navi have only so many eyes, and they're probably going to overstack 1 choke point as opposed to split their attention between 2. That's really scary for Navi.
See how this one unraveled. Sunny. Without the radar, it's kind of hard to tell at what point in the hit, but I mean, just him and Ariel giving so many targets. Look at that. 1 in CT, 1 on cat, 1 down deep on the other side of mid.
It was right
just
after
perfect timing.
Yeah, right after Simple throws his HE on the fallback and holds the angle, his teammate pushes up. They all get killed. Slow starters. Navi planted the bomb just 3 times in the first 10 rounds. Once after the round was over, and twice it was defused. Yeah, that is rough. And of course, the bomb plants result in more buys, so that's the most important thing. I mean, apart from actually being able to win the round in another way than via elimination, it gives you more chances to win, more chances to spin, more chances to win.
I'm sold. Sign me up.
Smoke to the corner. Fall back off long. Ends haven't taken it. We know how strong this upper tunnels push is with the op. You throw it around once in a while. Oh, the flash! That's
so
sick.
Good.
That's so good. It's a shallow flash too, right? It's not one that lands deep in the site.
Just bounces it off, particularly for that peak. Perfecto with the FAMAS. Whoa. Able to pick up 1 kill. You saw Yampy there trying to, Ariel trying to force the issue, but the moment he lost his teammate, he kind of felt like he didn't want to all in on it. And I understand why. It's over towards Cat that Yampy could execute Electronic just on the other side of this corner with Boomich next to him. They go for the deep CT smoke. It's mollied out to fluster anybody close, but this is opening a world of possibility where the long hit comes in on the split and they're just as successful as last round. Of course, Navi probably wiser to it, not wanting to expose themselves.
They just need to keep throwing grenades, entertaining these cap players while the long players move up, and it's scary. I mean, the worst thing they could do is sacrifice themselves, but Navi are being smart about this, pushing up. It's unclear who'll win, but they understand they need to get some more control.
Oh, whoa. What?
Wow.
Somebody cue that to the highlight reel. Thank you.
Slow it down to like 0.10 seed.
Let's see. Okay, bomb plant off of it. Let's see what unfolds here. I mean, it goes perfectly. Electronic gets that kill, and now that he doubles back, it's supposed to compromise the players in the bomb site. Perfecto, able to move forward here. Alu being called into action. Aerial on Goose, able to stop it for now, but it's Simple up at bat for the clutch. And of course, he's gonna take it. That's gonna be Navi on 9, but it comes down to the wire yet again. Simple using those pistol players to push in front of him and just coming in as the insurance policy works out perfectly for Navi.
All right, let's see it. I don't need. Wanted to see it from. Oh my god.
He like saw him, looked away, just so that he could style flick back on it.
On purpose, yeah.
Very nice.
That round's probably brought to you by Electronic. If he gets the kill on the split, cap player can't help versus long. Long control goes swimmingly. Whole round is different. Alu, oh, he waited in the fire and the flames. I think he might have been more blind than we saw. Didn't even take a chance on that second shot. But it's so much pressure into the B tunnels. Perfecto, he's been very smart about catching these lurkers. Can he stop the full-on rush?
Grenade? Not bad. Could have been worse. Perfecto's boosted up. Neither player checks him, but he tries to fall down onto them, and it doesn't quite work. There's not actually a second CT within the bomb site either. Deep Molotov coming out of Ence on the other side of window. That's meant to guarantee bomb crosses over. I mean, Navi, they're either giving a 13th round to Ence and just forfeiting the B site.
Whoa, yeah.
And that is exactly what unfolds here. A single kill versus Perfecto is how Ence take 13.
$0 on most players here for Navi, so they're going to just try it again next round. And sometimes that's how the cookie crumbles. You lose the 1B player, you don't get a kill. It's too scary to get in the site. It's particularly scary when a team doesn't use as much utility to get into the site. And then you look at Navi's utility. They have a couple of smokes and a Molotov. Honestly, they could have fleshed out a couple positions, but generally speaking, there's lots of great places to stand in the B site to defend versus door and window. And they didn't have tunnels control in time, so though it's probably reasonable to say, you know, it'd be scary to let it go to 14 than to let it go to 13 if they had went in and attempted this.
I agree with you there. I see the train of thought, you know, losing that margin of error, but it's not going to cost them the map or match just yet. Getting dangerously close, however. Ence, great CT side and good enough offense thus far. Back in with another purchase, of course, getting what they can. Perfecto bottoms out for just the deagle and tidbits of utility. Once more, he's going to move over to that B site, but it looks like a hard hit on long. Aerial burning. Only able to get the 1 for his best efforts. Now that is commitment.
Where's this repressure for Ence? Pushing out towards. There's 8. Yes, Flamey's got a FAMAS here. He'll drop a smoke to play with Perfecto. Perfecto's not got a good gun. This might be the best site to take, though. Sonny gets tagged into the window and blind as they try to jump in. The hold is great once again. When they're both alive, it looks awesome. Definitely great at working together. But Alu, oh my god, that's a second free kill. Luckily, Simple. You know he's not going to waste any time. He's definitely not scared of the fight and is there just in case a situation like that arose. Man, look at the kill distribution for Ence. Yeah, basically awesome. Everyone is very tight within 3-4 kills, and you know, above the 10 kill mark. They are doing well for themselves between 15 and 19. I haven't seen a disparity that slim in a long time. It's great signs here for Ence. Bomb
drop tunnels. Looks like we're just feeling out the map here for Ence. I feel like they realize that right now, because of the back and forth nature of these last few rounds, they almost have Navi in a chokehold. And they want a situation where when they get their 14th, the 15th comes easily with it. And this could be that round. Bottomed out bank accounts, great grenade damage, my God. Only Sunny left over on Ence here. Everybody else on shaky legs. They're gonna try to real hard to get this B split going. Flamey actually cuts down Sunny, the only tunnels player, but that is also the bomb. Flamey, he's got a teammate to keep eyes on window. They are able to pressure him out, however. It's a labored effort, but it works. Aerial and Yumpy, both low HP. Boomich on the flank already, and he's gonna find Sunny 2 scoped in. Or Yumpy, excuse me. No, not even. Excuse me, he's crouched behind the box. He takes the shot, comes up empty-handed, and Boomich gets it done. But whoa, there was a world there where Yumpy pops up, Boomich is caught in the middle of the tunnels, and it all unravels. Navi able to get the job done. It's costly, but at least it's a round win. And that's gonna start chewing at the economy of Ence.
Absolutely got scary. Nice target selection from Boomich. As we start now to wind this game up, Navi get to 11. They maintain the ops in this round, 2, not just 1. So although they lose 3 players, they get kind of a valuable piece to make up for it. This is a bit scarier here for Ence as the B plays are not working out so well. I do like Navi's cat pressure, and they're also winning long sometimes. So even when they've lost the long takes in the beginning, they've got Simple and either Electronic and Boomich working on Cat together very well. And I think that's probably the scary adjustment here for Ence. They could roll the dice on long and try to kill all 3 players like they did once this half, or they could try to work it slow. But it seems like Navi have now a few more ways to win. And Ence here on the pistols as Flamey goes for that push. This time won't be blind and will also stay alive.
Trying to fall back into cover. Perfecto's here to lend a helping hand, doing a great job of picking up these anti-eco kills yet once more. Not the first time we've seen Navi just flourish versus the lesser buy, but now they're within 1. 12 rounds for Navi, 13 on Ence. We are in the final 5.
Always good to see the Flame Dog lighting up the scoreboard. 21 kills for him. And again, within 1 round, it's very unclear at this point who is the better team in the second half. Navi have definitely made some great adjustments and kept up. So 4 players from the CTs out towards long initially deny any long presence. That seems to be one of their most volatile spots. Now when they regroup, they can leave Flamey here. They've got the presence on Cat. You know, if Ence has probably got their eyes set on Cat, at least initially. Whether they use it to take is a different question. They've got a flash specifically for Simple.
Oh,
So that
so
one
close
would
to the
hope
corner.
they use, yeah. He knows exactly what kind of angle he's got to work with.
Yep. Calculated. Molly burns him back, so yeah, they take a little bit of real estate here. It is kind of recontested by Navi, Molly, of their own. But this isn't going to have Ence falling anywhere back. No, they're going to stay close. Oh, ouch. Aerial eaten shrapnel after that grenade. Even a little bit of chip damage versus Yumpy behind him. But Ence not finding anything elsewhere. You know, counter-terrorists aren't hyperextending.
Yeah,
Everybody's kind of just burning down the clock.
They're definitely. I think they're trying to get into B one more time, but making it seem like a cat play potentially. They're pushed out, looking for a rotate, someone to look to recollect information. I mean, I love the CS both ways, honestly. They're putting a fair amount of pressure here, yeah, and they do suss it out. So now Cat is absolutely the prime target of the hour.
Yep, it all comes down to the Goose player and Electronic, and he's got just the one. Yumpy, quick trade frag. Boomich, he's going to try to throw himself across amidst it all, and he even gets the headshot, but the AK is better than the M4.
They're definitely. I think they're trying to get into B one more time, but making it.
Look what it does. Pushes Navi back. They're going to have to
for a rotate.
contend this one
to recollect
in the next
information.
round.
I mean, I love the CS both ways, honestly.
To 12.
They're putting a fair amount of pressure
looking
here.
good.
Yeah,
I love the way they set up into the catwalk. I mean, you could see it kind of flustering the CTs on site. Yep. It was very much Simple who was lending a helping hand on ramp, but because nobody was watching down towards bottom mid, Simple had to come re-peek it, and Alu called that a day and a half in advance.
It was one of the most fundamentally normal rounds that you can see on Dust 2, but from that perspective, also one of the most beautiful from both sides. I think The adjustments all made sense. I love that Navi started out with the long control, since that was their main pain point, but then also Ence not trying to throw bodies at that problem just yet. Then working on Cat, as that's usually very volatile for the CTs, not giving up the kill there, and then finally pushing Simple back to the point where he is simply too bored. He has nothing to watch. He has a smoke on Cat. He's trying to get information elsewhere. He takes the next safest peek possible and enter there waiting. They did the perfect amount of map control in all of the correct locations to suss out the most important player from Navi. And you know, that's how hard you should have to work to kill Simple every round. But this is just kind of a glimpse of how it looks when it goes right. And you know, you gotta really appreciate the brand of CS from honestly both teams, but specifically from Ence ultimately. And then the trade train, perfect. He's trying to get information elsewhere. Cat spacing is immaculate. And it's a bit scarier now for Navi. If you're in Navi's camp, are you thinking that you have to worry about long just like you did in the past? Or is that only going to forego the issue of Cat? Do you try to get your aggressive pick on Cat at the beginning, since you might expect Ence to gamble and take along? There's this mind game, I think, is the most challenging part. Some of it can come down to the spawn. Like if you look at, if we're already into the next round here, Flamey's spawn is towards long, so I don't know if they're going to try to take an opt that way for the T's. It's Sergey, and he has a very good long spawn. Does he want to try to take this? Is that only going to forego the issue of
slowly waking up? This is now Flamey's best map in terms of kills of DreamHack Masters. He had 17 on his best map yesterday. Well, welcome to the tournament, Flamey.
Some of it can come
It's
down
great
to
to see you.
Like if we look at come under a lot of scrutiny.
Yeah,
Flamey spawn
a real sleeping giant at times for Navi. I think that remember when he got onto the roster,
he has a very good long spawn.
turned heads.
Does he want to try to take this?
It was a big addition, like you said, right? Remember when he came in as the youngest? Slowly waking up. Overpass, B anchor, ramp on Nuke is another classic for Flamey. Those are the two spots that always come to mind. Well, welcome to the tournament, Flamey.
Okay,
I love it.
Here it is. He took his spawn this time around, even though he's been helping Perfecto out a lot at B. This is an interesting spot for Navi. They've got the 4 players here. Flamey's making the early rotation. Simple gets the free kill this time, and he'll fall back with the Molotov. Double incendiary, in fact, just to make sure that nobody runs through.
Very cool.
This could be the remedy, and Flamey's already found Sanctuary in the side, the B site. Doesn't matter if mid's left open. They've got the op from him that can play in window. Nobody's in the tunnel split pressure. They'll finally aggress. He took his spawn this time around. Was that a kill too many? Perfecto out a lot at B. This is an interesting spot for Navi. They've got the 4 players here. Flamey's making the early rotation. Simple gets the free kill this time.
We've seen Ence do good things from the Cat elbow. Very real chance for them once more. They're not going to have map control anywhere else, though. So, I mean, Navi at this point, they did what they had to, right? Setting up Simple to succeed early on.
And Flamey's already found.
And then just content to be in a 5 versus 4. Now, there's still a lot of utility across the board. Electronic will be the next one to be tested. He decides to throw down a smoke in the face of adversity, and he doesn't even react. Yumpy just takes his head clean off. Now, this could be a strong post plant towards Cat if they even wanted to. They're not going to have that long control, so sure enough, Sunny puts the bomb down for them to fall back to the depths to which they came. Boomich, all the while, real deep over on long pit. How do Navi get back into this?
They have a smoke for Cat. That's the #1 most important thing.
There's still a lot of utility. Flashbangs as well coming up and over. Big pickup versus Alu. Sergey tries to find a headshot here, but it's just Yumpy thus far. Now Sergey's going to activate. Good for a second kill. And they have confirmation that Boomich is here on ramp. He's the last. And they move past. And 15 rounds definitely helps when you have Sergey guarding that bomb like a mother hen. He just sat on it. And as they walked into the bomb site, he cut them down with headshots. But Electronic coming up empty-handed there on ramp. I don't think Navi expected that one.
So difficult to know, as you're pointing out, when to take part in these fights, and Sergey absolutely activated the correct time right when they turned the corner, collected a lot of information, and Ence did that 4v5 after Navi had the perfect opening setup, getting that early Cat kill, calling out Ence for going there fast because it worked so well for them that last round. Zoom bang, wallop. Yumpy and Alu make a mean double op combo. The pair have over 17,000 op kills between them and just over 6,000 combined on the AK-47.
Yeah, I mentioned it briefly, but I really do like the addition of the double op setup into Ence's setups, because it is definitely this Yumpy over X7 roster that enables that. Very fun to watch. But dodging grenades over towards long, a final attempt for Navi perhaps to hold off Ence. They're gonna have to reverse sweep the series by pushing this second one into overtime. Can they even manage step one? It's gonna be a tough job to do with such limited weapons.
Maybe we can get some heroics out of Perfecto and Flamey if they end up going headfirst into the B site. But without an op on the A site, I mean, I feel like this becomes even more tantalizing than it has been in the past 2 rounds.
Little utility usage. Nobody close here for the CTs, though. We have seen different faces of Navi on this A hold at times, extending into catwalk, giving Ence the gunfights close. But now it's going to be the Deagle of Electronic that's got to come up with something. He could have been the linchpin of the round previous, but was a little preoccupied with throwing these sorts of smokes. This time he's going to do it a step earlier and jumps over to the boxes. If only they had actually walked in here, but I don't think, and Bat comes back into this, and we got our, okay, what happened? Navi, you're still alive. I'm
okay. Sorry. Our feed just dropped for a second. Yeah, that's okay. The yeah, that was basically awful. Everyone got a kill and awful timing. Yeah, but and Electronic and in that one peak, that's pretty much revenge for the last round, where he was kind of a sitting duck on the A site. Actually, the reason I think that happened was because he kept hearing continuation flashes, so I think he was going to pop up as soon as they stopped, but they just kept coming basically. Well, that's a quick round. That's long.
That's 14-15. I think all 5 players survived as well, just because of how fast it happened. I'm trying to quickly jump into the server so I can actually tell you guys what's going on.
Myself as well.
That would be a great time for either Navi or Ence to take a pause, but I don't think we're going to get that luxury. So let's see. We've got weapons still up for both teams. Round 30 is upon us. The OT comeback dream. Not going to be made easy by Alu picking up the first kill. We had seen the defense fall back into the site a couple of times, and that was what was working. They try to extend, they try to get that first gunfight, and it's going to cost them a body, and not just any body. One of the biggest bodies in Counter-Strike. Simple is down.
Damn, Alu almost grabbed a second as well. I wonder what information that tells them. It might have just been that was Flamey coming back from long control initially, but the T's have already gotten out here. Oh, Boomich almost gets that double. Yumpy makes it a lot easier for Ence now to move up towards long, and Electronic next up to bat. Once again, trying to get revenge.
Trying to hold it. Molotov goes over towards the cat. He expects Sunny to run through, and the Molotov gets him, but Sunny with the headshot a tick before he dies. That is kind of incredible. For this to maybe make the difference in the 30th round, when we have match on the line, this is going to be a wild 2 versus 2 attempt. Perfecto already up closer towards the ramp. His teammate deeper beneath him in CT spawn. Alu looking on with the op. With that flashbang, Alu's going to swing. He could find timing. His heads are turned. He gets the first. It's Flamey 1v1. He sees Aerial, but he's popped. And Ence drop a hot map to 16-14 on Dust to take it over the line. And it looked like Navi were starting to figure out that A-hold, but they got aggressive in the 30th, and then they fell short.
That was